Раздел 14. Страница 73. Возвратные местоимения. К возвратным местоимениям в английском языке относятся следующие.
Myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Sheila is looking at Mark. Sheila is looking at herself in the mirror. Sheila and Mark are looking at each other.
Выполните упражнение 38 на странице 74, вставляя вместо пауз соответствующие возвратные местоимения или each other.
Bill cut while he was shaving. Bill cut himself while he was shaving.
The children enjoyed while they were staying in the country. The children enjoyed themselves while they were staying in the country.
I cut while I was peeling the potatoes. I cut myself while I was peeling the potatoes.
We hurt while we were playing football. We hurt ourselves while we were playing football.
They shook hands when they met. They shook hands with each other when they met.
They danced while the band was playing. They danced with each other while the band was playing.
The soldier shot while he was cleaning his gun. The soldier shot himself while he was cleaning his gun.
The students whispered while the teacher was writing on the blackboard. The students whispered to each other while the teacher was writing on the blackboard.
Get engaged. Get married. Get divorced. Get ready. Get dressed. Get undressed. Get lost. Get broken. Get torn.
Раздел 15. Прошедшее совершенное время. Страница 75. Сравните следующее предложение.
Jim came to my house yesterday. He broke his arm.
This means that he broke his arm while he was in my house.
Jim came to my house yesterday. He had broken his arm.
This means that he broke his arm before he came to my house.
Глава 3. Страница 82. Раздел 18. Простое будущее время.
I, he, she, it, we, you, or they will help. I, he, she, it, we, you, or they won't help. I shall help. I shan't help. We shall help. We shan't help.
В разговорной речи, в утвердительных предложениях, используются только сокращенные формы.
I'll, he'll, she'll, it'll, we'll, you'll, they'll.
I'll see you tomorrow. I shan't forget you. They won't be late.
I'll give Tom this record when I meet him next week. I shan't leave until you feel better. You'll catch the bus if you hurry. Mr. Brown will be angry unless you stop that noise. Mr. Brown will be angry if you don't stop that noise.
Диалог. Страница 83. Прослушайте диалог несколько раз, затем ответьте на вопросы к нему в упражнении 42.
Where will we spend our holidays this year, Mum? Your father wants to go to the New Forest in Hampshire. We'll be there from May the 10th until the end of the month, but I've no idea where we'll stay. I think it will be fun if we go on a camping holiday. We'll take our own tent and have our meals when we like. Perhaps we can camp quite near the beach, and then we'll go swimming every morning if the sea is warm enough. We'll go on a boat trip to the Isle of Wight as well. It won't cost us much, And it won't be too crowded in May. It will be lovely sleeping in the fresh air with all those wild ponies outside. Yes. But how long will it take to put up the tent every night? And who will cut up the firewood, light the fire and cook the dinner? We'll be so busy, there won't be enough time to visit the Isle of Wight. It won't be a holiday for one member of the family, and I know who that will be. Besides, it will probably rain every day, and then what will we do? And I don't think those ponies will like having us around. They'll probably knock our tent over every night. No. I think it'll be better to stay in a bed and breakfast guest house. It'll be quite cheap, and at least we shan't have any work to do. Oh, but that will be too much like living at home. If you don't like camping, I'm sure you'll enjoy a holiday in a caravan. If we hire one that's large enough, we'll have enough space to relax and be comfortable. I don't think I'll get much comfort from a caravan. There won't be enough room to sit down. And I'm sure I'll bump my head whenever I stand up. What an idea! I suppose you'll suggest we stay in a houseboat next. That will be lovely. We can all enjoy being cold and seasick. Well, I don't know what else to suggest, Mum. I'm sure you will never be happy unless we stay in a 5-star hotel.
Раздел 19. Страница 87. Выражение определенности и неопределенности в будущем времени.
It might rain tomorrow means perhaps it will rain. I may go to the cinema, I'm not sure, means perhaps I'll go. They might not come means perhaps they won't come. John is standing outside in the rain without an umbrella. He's bound to get wet. He's sure to get wet. He's certain to get wet. The football match has almost finished, and the referee is looking at his watch. He's about to blow the whistle. He's just going to blow the whistle.
Mary is standing on a diving board. She is about to dive into the swimming pool. She is just going to dive into the swimming pool.
David is bigger and stronger than Steve. He will, or he'll, probably win the boxing match. He is, or he's, likely to win the boxing match. He is, or he's, unlikely to lose the boxing match.
Страница 90. Некоторые другие местоимения.
Everybody means everyone or all the people. Nobody means no one or not one of the people. Somebody means someone or a person, I don't know his name. Anybody means anyone.
When I went to the party, I saw 20 people. Everybody was dancing and nobody was sitting down.
There is someone in the kitchen, which means a person, but I don't know who it is. There isn't anybody in the dining room. Is there anybody in the lounge?
What's that thing in the girl's hand? It's a sandwich. What's that stuff in the bottle? It's lemonade.
Раздел 20. Страница 91. Будущее в прошедшем. Примеры.
When Mike was in Africa, he was going to have a swim in the river. But then he saw a crocodile and changed his mind. He went to a swimming pool instead.
Meg was about to cross the road when she saw a lorry coming, so she waited on the pavement.
Раздел 21. Страница 92. Длительное будущее время.
I, you, etc. will plus be plus ing. This time tomorrow, Mary will be flying between London and New York.
Упражнение 46. Завершите предложение, используя будущее в прошедшем или продолжительное будущее время.
I expect you'll find Sue in her office after lunch. Typing letters. She will be typing letters.
The cowboy take out his revolver when the sheriff shot him. The cowboy was going to take out his revolver.
Sheila marry Bob when she met his brother and married him instead. Sheila was going to marry Bob.
I'm going away on holiday this evening, so tomorrow working in the office. Sitting on the beach instead. I shan't or won't be working in the office. I'll be sitting on the beach.
Stella is working hard as an actress. In 2 years' time, she hopes living in Hollywood. She will be living in Hollywood.
John drink his wine when he saw a fly in his glass. John was going to drink his wine.
You'll recognize my sister at the party tomorrow. Wearing a blue and yellow dress. She will be wearing a blue and yellow dress.
I answered the telephone when it stopped ringing. I was going to answer the telephone.
Глава 4. Страница 93. Инфинитивные формы и герундий.
To work. To smoke. To help. My father wants to work in the garden. My father wants me, or us, or Tom to work in the garden.
Jane's father lets her smoke. Jane sees her father smoke. Jane's boss makes her work hard. Jane helps her mother cook dinner. Jane's father ought to stop her smoking. She was made to work hard.
I enjoy playing tennis. I quite like jogging. She likes being an actress. She hates singing.
He left the restaurant without paying. They talked about buying a new car. I'm keen on sailing.
Are you coming for a walk?
I'd love to. That is, I'd love to come, but my feet hurt.
John asked, begged, persuaded, told, ordered me to go away.
The criminal hoped, wished, threatened, promised, wanted, waited to kill the policeman.
John avoids, considers, enjoys, keeps on, resents working. He anticipates, fancies, imagines, practices, suggests doing it all day.
John is lazy and can't stand getting up in the morning. This means he hates doing this. He says he can't help sleeping late. This means he might not want to, but can't stop himself. Luckily, his friend doesn't mind taking John to work in his car. He says it's no use waiting for a bus. John's boss says it's not worth paying him if he's always late.
Раздел 22. Страница 98. Специальные глаголы.
Claire works as an air hostess. Every day she has to wear a uniform. She has to make the passengers feel comfortable, and she has to serve meals. But she doesn't have to cook anything, and she doesn't have to clean the plane in the airport. Claire used to work in a bank. She didn't have to wear a uniform then, but she had to start work at the same time every day, and she always had to work in the same place. It's 7:15 p.m., and a passenger has just called her. He feels ill. She must take him a glass of water and an aspirin, and she must give him a blanket. She needn't give him any dinner because he isn't hungry. Now the plane has serious engine trouble. The pilot has got to make an emergency landing. Claire has got to be calm. The passengers have got to put on their life jackets.
Страница 101. Сравните два предложения.
I must visit Aunt Mabel because she is very ill. I ought to visit Aunt Mabel because she is feeling lonely.
Страница 102. Часть 3. Примеры.
I've got a stomach ache.
You had, or you'd, better take some medicine.
I'm getting very fat.
You should eat less. You should go on a diet.
Страница 104. Четвертая часть. Примеры.
You mustn't touch that electric wire. You mustn't tell this secret to anyone.
Страница 105. Примеры.
You shouldn't be rude. You shouldn't drive fast in a city. You should have written a letter to your mother, but you didn't. I shouldn't have eaten that bad fish, but I did, and now I'm ill.
Шестая часть раздела 22. Страница 107.
Bert's nose is red, and he can't walk properly. Why? He's just come out of a pub. He must be drunk. He can't be sober.
Глава 5. Страница 109. Пассивные формы.
A policeman arrested my brother. A thief has stolen my watch. My brother was arrested by a policeman. My watch was stolen by a thief. A. The nurse gives Tom an injection every day.
B. Tom is given an injection by the nurse every day.
A. The nurse is giving Tom an injection now.
B. Tom is being given an injection by the nurse now.
A. The nurse gave Tom an injection yesterday.
B. Tom was given an injection by the nurse yesterday.
A. The nurse has given Tom an injection today.
B. Tom has been given an injection by the nurse today.
A. The nurse is going to give Tom an injection tomorrow.
B. Tom will be given, is going to be given an injection by the nurse tomorrow.
A. The nurse must, give Tom an injection soon.
B. Tom must, be given an injection by the nurse soon.
A policeman arrested my brother.
My brother was arrested by a policeman.
Air filled the balloon.
The balloon was filled with air.
Глава 6. Страница 114. Раздел 24. Сложные и простые предложения. Словосочетания.
She looked tired. I saw the boy. Do not go out. Are you keen on golf? She looked tired when I arrived. I saw the boy who gave me the book. I saw the boy in the kitchen. Do not go out without an umbrella.
Страница 116. Раздел 25. Часть 2. Замена дополнения.
Here's the man. You met him at the party. Here's the man whom you met at the party.
Here's Helen's new dress. She has never worn it before. Here's Helen's new dress, which she has never worn before.
Часть 3. Страница 117.
Sally, who is 21, is going to appear on television.
St. Ives, which is a lovely seaport, is famous for its artists.
Часть 4. Использование притяжательных местоимений.
Last night I met Joan. Her mother is a famous actress. Last night I met Joan, whose mother is a famous actress.
Here are the children. Their teacher is away. Here are the children whose teacher is away.
There were 30 guests at the party. Most of them were teenagers. There were 30 guests at the party, most of whom were teenagers.
Mary brought in a cake. She gave some of it to the child. Mary brought in a cake, some of which she gave to the child.
Часть 5. Употребление that.
This is the best hotel that I know.
I agree with all that you say.
Раздел 26. Страница 119. Временные придаточные предложения.
As he was driving along the road, he noticed a lion on the pavement.
One action.
While he was driving along the road, he was smoking a cigar.
Continuous action.
Раздел 27. Страница 120. Придаточные предложения, выражающие причину.
You'd better put a coat on, as you're cold.
You'd better put a coat on since you're cold.
You'd better put a coat on because you're cold.
As, since, you're cold, you'd better put a coat on.
You're cold, so you'd better put a coat on.
Страница 121. Перед словосочетаниями употребляйте because of или owing to. И обратите также внимание, что употребление due to обычно требует наличия другого глагола после существительного.
I can't play tennis because of the rain.
I can't play tennis owing to the rain.
I can't play tennis due to the awful weather we've been having.
Раздел 28. Страница 122. Придаточные предложения, выражающие удивление.
Although, though, even though.
Bert hit him. Jim laughed.
It was snowing. Jim went for a swim.
Although Bert hit him, Jim laughed.
Even though it was snowing, Jim went for a swim. Despite, in spite of the snow, Jim went for a swim.
Раздел 29. Страница 123. Придаточные предложения, выражающие предупреждение. In case.
It might rain, so you had better take an umbrella.
This can be put in another way.
You had better take an umbrella in case it rains.
Раздел 30. Страница 124. Придаточные предложения, выражающие цель.
In order to, in order not to, so as not to. Hugh is going to Spain. Why? In order to, so as to learn Spanish.
Meg has turned the record player off. Why? So as not to, in order not to wake up her grandmother.
Раздел 31. Страница 125. Эмоциональные формы.
So, that, such, that. Max is very rich. He has 4 large cars. Max is so rich that he has 4 large cars.
Страница 126. Еще несколько примеров, иллюстрирующих употребление усилительных предлогов.
Janet is so beautiful a pianist that everyone admires her.
Janet plays the piano so well that everyone admires her.
Janet has so much skill that everyone admires her.
Janet knows so many tunes that everyone admires her.
Janet is such a beautiful pianist that everyone admires her.
Janet knows such a lot of tunes that everyone admires her.
Раздел 32. Страница 127. Условные придаточные предложения. Примеры.
I'll let you drive my car, so long as you promise to be careful.
You can go to the party, provided that you wear a suit.
Страница 128. Часть 2.
If I lived on the moon, I would be happy.
I would go to Peking if I knew Chinese.
If I were you, I would buy a new car.
Страница 129. Часть 3.
I wish I knew how to play the guitar.
I wish it would stop snowing.
Idea of regret.
I wish I had invited Sheila to my party.
Часть 4. Страница 131.
If you had come to my party last week, you would have met Sue.
I wouldn't have been ill if I hadn't eaten those peaches.
Раздел 33. Соединительные союзы. Страница 132. 1А.
The same. As. Similar. To.
Derek is older than Sandra.
She is the same age as her husband. She is as old as her husband.
Has Mr. Burns got the same hobbies as his wife?
No, not exactly the same. He has similar hobbies to his wife.
1Б.
So, neither, nor, neither, nor. Mr. Burns is 48. So is his wife. Mr. Burns hasn't got green eyes. Neither has his son. Mr. Burns hasn't got green eyes, nor has his son. Neither Mr. Burns nor his son has green eyes.
Часть 1В.
Both. Neither. All. None. Like.
Mrs. Burns resembles, this means she looks like, her daughter in several ways.
Both of them are slim and blonde. Both Mrs. Burns and Sandra are slim and blonde.
Mr. Burns and Derek are different from Mrs. Burns and Sandra.
Neither of them is slim or blonde. Neither Mr. Burns nor Derek is slim or blonde. All of the Burns family are adults. None of them are young children.
Часть 2. Страница 134. Соединительные слова, выражающие добавление.
And, besides, moreover, as well. I can't play football because I've hurt my leg. I have an exam tomorrow. Besides, I have an exam tomorrow. He is a great football player. He's the captain of his team. Moreover, he's the captain of his team.
Часть 3. Альтернативные союзы.
Or else. Either, or. Neither, nor. Otherwise, whether, or. She can type and cook. She can't knit or sew. Put your hands up or else I'll shoot. Means, I'll shoot you if you don't put your hands up. You can either come out with us or you can stay at home. We'll go to the theatre if there are any seats left. Otherwise, we'll go to a Greek restaurant.
Can you tell me whether the match is going to be played, or has it been cancelled?
Страница 136. Часть 4. Противопоставление.
But, however, nevertheless, nonetheless. I enjoy swimming, but I dislike sailing.
John has been very naughty. However, his father isn't going to punish him.
I know you're tired and hungry. Nevertheless, I think you should help us put up the tent.
Это окончание первой стороны второй кассеты.